2 weeks after a controversial law was signed, authorities have made their first arrest under the No Masks in Public ban. An 18-year-old was arrested in Long Island over the weekend. Nassau County Police say he was stopped by officers Sunday night because he was wearing a mask. They say he looked suspicious. And after being stopped, police say he was found carrying a large knife. So let's bring in NewsNation's Caitlin Becker, who is following this story, is live there in Nassau County. Caitlin, what more can you tell us?
Well, Nicole, this all happened Sunday night when police responded to calls about a suspicious person walking down the road. That person was dressed all in black, wearing a black face mask. Only his eyes were showing. This, of course, comes after 2 weeks after, as you said, this controversial law was passed. When they stopped the 18-year-old Wesleyan Castillo, they said he was continued to act suspicious and seemed to be trying to conceal something in his waistband, that he had a bulge there and was refusing to comply with the commands of officers. What they say they found in his waistband was a 14-inch knife. Now, he was arrested, Nicole, and arraigned on misdemeanor criminal possession of a weapon and obstructing government administration. However, he has not been charged yet on this mask ban. However, authorities do say that is forthcoming. We could possibly see that later today. If convicted on those charges, the first of its kind, the first person arrested on this new ban, it would be $1,000 for a fine and up to a year behind bars, or possibly both, Nicole.
All right. So, Caitlin, talking about this controversial new law, what has been the reaction from officials, from the public, especially in light of this new arrest?
Well, the new arrest certainly has renewed concern, and it was concern from the same groups of people who were upset when this ban was first passed on August 14th. And the issue here is that line between civil liberties and security. Of course, proponents of the law are saying, look, it clearly works. He was stopped because he looked suspicious, and lo and behold, he had a 14-inch knife in his waistband. Where other groups like the New York Civil Liberties Union and the Disability Rights Group, that's a group out of New York, they have issues with this, saying that it unfairly discriminates against certain groups. Now, under this Mask Ban Transparency Act, you can wear a mask for health or for religious reasons. However, how do you determine who is doing that? Of course, you have to stop them and ask them, and then how does that person prove that's what they're doing? Now, the disability group is actually trying to get an injunction to stop this law from being in effect while a lawsuit works its way through the court system. Now, Castillo, he's 18 years old, and reportedly an immigrant from Guatemala. He's being represented by Legal Aid New York, and in a statement to the AP, the legal aid group here in Nassau County said, quote, "There's no basis to believe that wearing a face mask was intended to conceal identity or criminal behavior. And if that was the basis of the stop, I believe there is a basis to conclude the stop was unlawful." And that right there, that line right there that said, if there was a basis to believe that wearing a face mask was intended to conceal identity or criminal behavior, is the crux of what this law is about. The assertion here is that during the initial, back in October, when the Israel-Hamas war broke out, that people during pro-Palestinian protests were covering their face in order to commit crimes and not be identified. That is where this all began, and it's led us to where we are right now. Nicole, we're expecting a press conference from law enforcement in just a few hours.